Hello everyone, my name is Edgar Ivan and I decided to make this video regarding bullying to share my story of how I got bullied when I arrived to this country and when I started going to school. I think it's very important for me to share my story because I think that I'm a living proof that there is more to life than just school, that school is just one chapter in our story and that eventually that chapter will conclude. Yeah, I've seen so many things, so many stories on Facebook and on Twitter and on television where there's these people who think that they have this kind of a special license or permission to go and enter somebody's life and try to manage them, try to push them around, control their lives, control their mood, not realizing that they're really affecting these kids to the point where they're taking their lives away. Honestly, I do believe that we can actually make a difference. We can actually stop this and prevent people from taking their lives away because it's not worth it. I actually remember really clearly going to school and not wanting to go back, panicking and making up all these excuses to not to go to school because there was actually kids who bothered me in school and make fun of my accent and make fun of my mother because she was a single mother and I did not have a dad. So, I mean, these are things that we cannot change. This is not, we don't have some kind of manual. I didn't have some kind of manual where I can learn English, perfect English overnight. And I mean, to this day, I still have an accent. So, for these kids to think that they had some kind of permission to bully me around, to make fun of me, to make fun of my mom, to make fun of me because I didn't have a father while growing up, I I think it's really, excuse me for the word, but it's really stupid. You know, there's nothing that was in my hands to change that. All I wanted was friends. All I wanted was to play around, to play with them, to learn, to have this opportunity that life was giving me to go to school here in the United States and become a better person. I can clearly remember when one time in the bus there was this one boy who was in 4th grade and I was in kindergarten, and he came up to me and then he started calling me all these names, and honestly I didn't know how to react because I was a little kid. I was only in kindergarten, and then comes this 4th grader and starts making fun of me for not knowing English, and he spit on my face, and that's something that was, honestly, I didn't know how to react to it, and it was something that made me feel, it made me feel like trash, to be honest. And that is something that nobody should ever go through, you know? I was stressed out and I was really worried about saying anything. If I was worried, what about if I say something and this guy comes and beats me up? And I did say something about it and it did stop. And I was always worried, but I knew that speaking to an adult was a correct thing to do. And I actually remember that they called his parents, and his parents couldn't believe that their son was acting like this in school and towards a kindergartner. It was something that it's gonna stay in my mind forever. It's there documented in my brain, and I mean, you learn from it, you know? I was never the popular type of guy, and I think it was until probably my senior year when I started caring less about what people would say about me. If somebody made fun of me because of my accent or because of my English or because, I'm not gonna lie, I was a poor guy and I had to take care of my stuff because if I lost my colored pencils, it was really hard for me to get the money to go and buy some new ones. You know, I couldn't afford to lose my journals or my backpack, or I had to take care of my clothes, my shoes, because we didn't have the money to have 10 pairs, 3 pairs of shoes in my house. In my senior year, I think that I started caring less about what other people would say about me, and I think that reflected to others. You know, they still spoke and told me all these things behind my back or in front of me, but I never showed that that they had this power over me or over my feelings. So I became a strong person, and I started chasing my goals and my dreams. And I think that's when other people started to respect me and seeing that I actually did have a personality, that I actually had something, some kind of talent. And I mean, I think that everybody has a personality. Everybody has the right to live life with a capital L. Everybody has the right to go to bed not worrying about the next day if somebody's gonna try to beat you up or make fun of you. Nobody has. Everybody has the right to live comfortable, you know, and to be yourself and not care about what other people would say. You're never gonna please everybody. We live in a world where there's millions of people, and there's always gonna be somebody who's not gonna agree with you or agree with the way you choose to live your life. And you know, my advice for you is to talk to an adult, to be yourself. Don't let nobody control your life. Don't let nobody have the power to tell you how to live your life and what to do. You know, I dare you to speak up. And you know, something that changed my life, and I think that I learned something from that chapter of my life, is that today, when I see a person sitting down by themselves, or a person sitting over there in the corner, or a person who looks shy and uncomfortable, I always try to approach these people, you know? And I think that I have found out that these people, they actually have stories of their own. They're interesting people that are just like anybody else, like me and you. And these people are sometimes one of the most friendly, helpful, loyal people that you will ever meet. So dare to go up to somebody, you know, don't let them sit by themselves, and don't let them live their lives like that. And if you see something like that going on in your school or wherever you may live or work, say something about it, because I mean, if it was you, wouldn't you want somebody to help you out? So I dare you to stop the cycle and to make a difference. I know that together we can stop this, and it's all about education and morals. Teach, if you're a parent, teach your kids to respect other people. Teach your kids some morals, and have a conversation with them and put them in that other person's shoes. You know, it doesn't feel good to be a loner, to be by yourself. Nobody wants to be alone, and I think that's very important. We have to put each other in somebody else's shoes and walk in their shoes. It never hurts to have an extra friend, right? It never hurts to have 1,000 friends. It never hurts to have another new friend. So introduce yourself to that quiet person, and you know, if you see something like that going on, speak up. I dare you to speak up, because I believe that together we can stop this cycle. And just like me, remember that everything everything has an ending, and that everything always gets better. Remember that if I did it, I'm pretty sure you can. And just be yourself, you know? Dare to be happy. I dare you.